over and try your call again. We're sorry.
Next to me is Dennis. He's the designer for Hotline Miami 2 Wrong Number. Dennis, good job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I finished Hotline Miami 1 actually recently on the PlayStation and PS Vita.
Kudos for you.
I loved it. I played it because it was made. I mean, the Dutch guys did a port.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to do ports of the game yourself, or?
No, we are working with abstraction this time too.
All right.
Yeah, we're super happy with the result, and they're nice guys. So.
How did Hotline Miami change your studio or your life? Better to ask.
I can keep doing games for a living, which is nice. So pretty much that. We didn't expand. Still just me and Jonathan doing the games, but just have that security that I can do a game and don't have to eat noodles every day.
You can if you want to.
Yeah, sometimes it's good, but not every day.
Well, I was wondering. I mean, I was playing Hotline Miami, and I love the retro style is super cool. The music is brilliant.
Thank you.
I love the high-paced action, and I was playing it. I was thinking like, okay, there's going to be. I knew these guys saw Hotline Miami 2 at E3, and I was thinking like, okay, what are you going to do for a sequel? How I mean, if you done the retro thing, how are you going to expand on that for a sequel?
Yeah, well, the sequel kind of already was there when we were making the first game. The story and the characters, they didn't fit in the first one, so we felt like we want to do a sequel. If the first game sells good, we can do it. So it was already there. Like, we see it as they fit together. So we keep in the formula. The gameplay is pretty much intact because people love it, and we are super proud of it. So we're just adding more characters that you can play as and try to make it a bit more story-driven than the first one. You get to know the characters a bit more than Jacket, who was quite blank, which worked for that game, but for this game, since it's so many of them, we want to try to give them different personalities and motivations and stuff like that.
I got so hooked on the world, and I was wondering what is the trick? I mean, from a design perspective, it looks super easy because it's the 8-bit kind of graphics, but I don't think it is. It doesn't. It must be really hard to create something that feels perfect or sort of recognizable if you're old gamer like me.
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer. I don't really know how. It just for us, it was making the game that we want to play. That was really important. We didn't really care about what people was going to think about it. It was, if it worked for us, then it was going to stay in the game.
But where, at what point in the development of Hotline Miami was a choice made to go for this retro style?
I think it came from Jonathan seeing the movie Cocaine Cowboy, which is a documentary from Miami.
I love it,
And we felt like this is a cool setting because we wanted these, the drug and the game
Extreme
has this
violence.
kind of druggy feeling to it, almost like in you're a trance or hallucinating. So that fitted perfectly. And also for us, we love the 80s and the 90s aesthetics. Personally. So that fitted too. Making them have these white suits felt really cool. So again, we wanted to make the game that we wanted to make. And for me, the pixel graphics is more beautiful than 3D graphics. I was raised with 8-bit, like Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive and stuff like that. So for me, it's more appealing to watch pixel graphics than 3D graphics. So it came natural.
It's so interesting. I mean, I see lots of designers who want to do something with video game, make video game logos or whatever, and go for the 8-bit retro style. And it's always corny. It's never nice. And when I played Hotline Miami, I noticed that it's that style, but it's not corny. It doesn't feel corny.
No, we didn't wanted it to look like old games, like retro. We weren't thinking like, oh, this has to look like an 8-bit game. There's a lot of stuff in this game that can't be done on 8-bit. Like, it's too many colors for 8-bit. And the tilting of the stage can be done in 8-bit, and the same with a lot of the effects for the fonts and the background. Those things can't be done with 8-bit. So we didn't want to make a game that was truly 8-bit in that sense. We just used pixels to animate the characters, but we didn't stop there. Like, if we wanted to add something cool, we did that.
Okay. What's your team's favorite platform to play the game on? Now that there's
I think the Vita is really cool because the controls work so great and the screen is so crisp, so the colors and everything is really popping, which is cool. So I think that one, and I love them all, but I like to play with gamepad myself more than mouse and keyboard. So
What's the major changes that you guys did for Hotline Miami 2?
how we present the story and I think that, and have more characters and try to give them more personalities than the first one.
Yeah, and can you name one detail that you yourself are most proud of?
Right now, in
Yeah.
the demo, I think all the details in the stages and the whole story that we have worked out, I'm really proud of it, and all the characters, and you will see it in the final game.
Cool.
So I
Can't
can
wait
tell-
to play it.
Cool.